This is where I ended up after moving out of my last apartment, and it's also where I live with my husband now. Before moving in here, we were in a long distance relationship for a while, and he decided to move back to Toronto from LA for me. So that's when we started looking for a place to live together, and we actually had a pretty clear idea of what we wanted. We both work from home, spending most of our waking hours at our desk, so we wanted a spacious layout to comfortably accommodate our shared office setup. After living in the King West area for about 6 years, we both kind of felt like we needed a change. So because we both work from home, we were very open to exploring new areas in Toronto, as long as we stay close to daily essentials like having a grocery store within a 5-minute walk and safe neighborhood for walking our dog, Jasmine. So we probably toured around like 10 different places, but the moment we stepped into this apartment, we were like, this is the one. It literally checked off like every single box on our list. So let's put in an offer, and then we got the place. As soon as we signed the lease, the first thing I did was, of course, to save the floor plan photo and open Figma to sketch out like how we would make this space ours. We basically spent every night on FaceTime, choosing furniture pieces together, then bring those images into Figma, making sure everything matched nicely together. After narrowing down our options, we would create these like little tiny furniture icons scaled roughly to our floor plan to move them around, asking questions like, should we put our desks side by side here, or should we have them facing each other over here? I also pulled up Craft to put together our moving checklist. Honestly, I have this personality where I genuinely need to organize and document everything in my digital space for my own sanity. So I've tried basically like every productivity app out there, and Craft is literally the only one I've used consistently every single day. So this is the moving checklist I've created on Craft. So the first thing I did was literally just dump every single task, whether it was big or small, just right here, like whenever something came to my mind. Then one day, when it all got like a little too much, I opened Craft, created a new fresh document, and went back to task page and selected all the moving related tasks I dumped here. Then I dragged them right into the moving checklist. From there, then I would create these headers to split up all the tasks into these sections chronologically. Then I move each task into their proper places. And here's how everything looked after organizing. And since I like keeping our families in the loop for everything, I wanted to show our family all the places we considered. I simply published this document that includes photos and information for each place. Then I customized the link, and then I just dropped the link in the group chats. Oh, and I recently created a new moving checklist template for my future self. And this template is fully editable through Craft, so if you haven't tried Craft yet, sign up using my exclusive link and get 50% off for life. So this is our office where my husband and I spend most of our time in, aside from when we're asleep. Honestly, this space is what totally sold us on this place. Like, it just made so much sense for turning it into our shared workspace. So we ended up placing our desks side by side. I've been still using the same desk and chair from my previous place, and I even sold my husband on the same set. Behind our desk, we have this lounge chair. We initially thought it would be nice to have a space to, like take breaks from work during the day, but it's been basically only for Jasmine. It's like her little throne. Like, she's usually on it or underneath it, taking a nap or staring at us working. And here's our dining table. Honestly, we've been mainly using this only when we were hosting. I don't know why, but like this island might be the third most used spot in the house because I cook here, I eat here, I even unbox packages here. you look around the island, we have these 2 bar stools on one side and a little wine fridge and a bunch of storage drawers on the other side. And here we have some of our kitchen appliances. And this is our main kitchen countertop area. Starting from the left of the sink, we are storing glasses and pans here. And just below the sink, we have all our bigger bowls and pots. And above the sink, we have these like large kitchen shelves for dishes and stuff. Starting from the left side of the shelf here, we set up this little towel station to organize clean and dirty towels. And right next to that, we place all our everyday dishes so that they're easily accessible to me because it's a bit of stretch for me to reach beyond the second shelf. Moving to the right side, we have all these oils and stuff we use on a daily basis. It's definitely more accessible though, but they actually require much more frequent cleaning because, things keep getting splashed while we're cooking. And our spices also used to be up on another shelf, but we moved them to this drawer, and it's been much easier to just quickly grab one while cooking. And this is a surprisingly big fridge, considering the average size in downtown Toronto. And right behind the fridge, we set up this little extra area for storage. Initially, we thought about turning this spot into a coffee station, but somehow it ended up becoming a little bar corner with a cocktail maker and some bottles for drinks. Honestly, I had no idea what to do with this little space at first, but since I always loved collecting things that hold memories ever since I was young, it's always been a dream of mine to create a little museum filled with my precious memories. So I thought it would be nice to turn this space into something like that for us. We started by placing this bookcase here, then I got a bunch of boxes to at least organize things a little. So here we're keeping our photos and flight tickets and some important receipts. And this box right here for menus from restaurants we loved. And these boxes here, honestly, filled with little things we've collected from our wedding and travels. On the left side of the bookcase, we are keeping our shoes in these organizers. They're super easy to put together, but because our space is limited, we stack them vertically, which unfortunately makes them a little bit shaky. Here, we placed a full body mirror and our vacuum station. I do have very serious dust allergies, so this vacuum has genuinely been a lifesaver for me. Emptying the dustbin was a total torture before, but this vacuum comes with its own charging station, and it automatically empties the bin the moment you place it back. All that dust goes straight into a dust bag inside of the station. Since our actual living room turned into an office space, we thought it would be nice to turn this room into a place where we could just relax. But after noticing this space was serving us with multiple different purposes, we named it MPR, Multi-Purpose Room. When we first moved in, there was literally just this sofa in here. And since it's quite a big piece that really sets the tone for the space, we picked an accent color that goes well with its gray tone. Then we slowly added little touches like posters and cushions to, set the right mood. We also have this built-in storage where we keep pretty much all our household items. At first, I tried really hard to create an organized system, but honestly, I kind of give up. And right in front of the storage, we have this foldable mattress that's been literally standing here, blocking one side of the doors for about half a year. We actually bought this for my parents when they came from Korea for my wedding and stayed with us here for a month. Since they left, we still haven't figured out what to do with this yet. And right next to the room, there's a second bathroom. Since the bathroom is mostly used by our friends and family, we are keeping things pretty simple, and we're also leaving out some stuff for anyone who might need them. As this is where we rest and sleep, we wanted the space to feel cozy and warm, so we try to keep most things in this room in wood and beige tones. Starting with this corner, I am honestly so happy that I found this thing. It's just so perfect because it hides all the cables inside and it even gives me some extra space on top to put some stuff on. And right next to it, we have this basket for Jasmine's toy. We intentionally went with a low-profile bed frame so Jasmine could easily get up and down, and we added these pad stairs to make sure she doesn't have to jump off and strain herself. My husband sleeps on this side of the bed, so he has his nightstand and lamp and trash bin here, and the other side is mine, where I've got exactly the same setup. And this corner, I got my makeup area here, and I bought this chair to sit while getting ready, but I think it spends most of its life holding clothes rather than me. And not even just clothes, there's always something, like towels and like fresh laundry straight from the dryer piled up in here. One thing our place lacks is definitely bathroom storage. It's honestly pretty limited and not really practical at all. So we both try our best to keep the countertop really clean, but this is the best we could do. So my husband uses this side and I use the other side. And in the middle, we keep our tooth care items. We used to have an iPad stand here, but honestly, it was taking up too much space. So I found this magnetic mount on Amazon and we decided to switch it out. And it's been so much better clearing up our countertop and making things a lot more convenient. And you probably didn't even notice, but here we have this outlet concealer plugged in. This is literally the only outlet in this bathroom, and when we first moved in, every single time we used a hairdryer, the cable would always just be in the way and even risk getting wet. So after finding this on Amazon, all the cables now go right underneath the countertop, and it honestly looks way better and feels so much safer. And right over here, we got this IKEA cart for some extra storage. It actually collects dust pretty quickly, so it kind of needs frequent cleaning, but overall, I've been pretty happy with this as a storage solution. And here's the shower. I recently got these filter shower heads from Hello Clean because I always notice my skin feels so much softer and smoother whenever I'm traveling, especially when I'm in Korea. So at first, I couldn't really pinpoint what was making the difference since, I was literally just using the same skincare products. Then I realized, maybe, it could be the water. I don't know if it's just my apartment, but I think the water here looks, kind of murky. So that's why I figured using filtered water, at least for showers, might help. It might be a little early for me to tell whether if these shower filters have significantly improved my skin yet, but one thing I definitely noticed is that the water pressure got so much better. And over here, these are my current go-to products in the shower. Personally, I prefer products that come with pumps. Like, I'm just really not a fan of the ones where you have to squeeze it or scoop it out with your fingers. I've tried so many different pump bottles, but honestly, this brand has by far the best pump ever. I bought the set just once a while ago, and now I'm just refilling the bottles with other products. And back here, I installed this waterproof phone holder. First, I actually got it because I wanted to quickly note down reminders or ideas that come to mind during showers. But honestly, now I mostly use it to watch YouTube videos. So lately, I've started leaving my phone outside intentionally whenever I need some time to clear my head without distractions. Looking back on everything we've built together in this place while making this video, I've realized it's actually become so much more than just a home. It's where we created countless memories and grown together and started our married life. And actually, we are moving out to start our next chapter. So by the time this video is up, we're probably already gone. I know it's quite bittersweet leaving our first home together, but we're also very, very excited about what's coming next for us. Thank you so much for watching our place tour, and I will see you in the next one.